Hi, welcome to the boys and the podcast. With me, we have the boys.
Hey, my name's Shakuu. How's it going?
Hello, I'm Shiro.
Very enthusiastic. This podcast will be mainly about Final Fantasy topics. We all Final Fantasy fans around here. One of us is actually very
Well,
new.
Shiro's a noob.
Hello, yeah,
Yeah, he's a sprout. You're a sprout, right?
yeah. I mean, haven't even started the real content yet.
I mean, you finished the base game, right? Like,
No, I still need to finish the last dungeon that unlocks a lot of stuff.
uh, oh, you still
You're
have
one of
Uh,
the, you're one of those
yeah, because I
AFK players, aren't you?
I I forgot to um forgot to finish my class quests on my first and second characters. So
it's fine. It's
and didn't have the gear, which didn't allow me to enter the dungeon.
fine.
I didn't realize that.
So you're basically having a big stop at the entrance of the dungeons. But yeah,
Yeah.
I actually did like a class. I think I did a tank to level 50 plus without doing the class quiz. I actually forgot about them. And I was missing on so many skills and I was like, this class is very boring. Why am I doing this? And
No,
then
you didn't forget to do it. You just didn't want to do it because you're too lazy.
well that time happened as well, but I generally forgot about class quiz because once I actually hit my my hood, the top left with the main scenario and class quest, I hit it because I wanted my screen to be nice and tidy.
Wait, what was your first class?
My first class was archer. I actually started an archer.
Oh
Trans-
yeah, it
yeah, that
wasn't.
was the worst decision of my life. Never start this game as an archer. Never.
What?
Why?
No.
It's not that bad though.
It is.
I
Yeah.
mean, I leveled it up only for the bard thing because
I mean,
the play instrument mode looks really cool, but
It's not that. It's not that
it
bad,
is.
man.
No, it is.
It
And
actually isn't.
it gets way more interesting. Like in my opinion, at around 70, honestly.
yeah.
Uh,
But in your opinion, all classes get interesting at 70.
Well, I could say samurai is pretty decent for a class that you pick up at 50.
Well, yeah, that's a 50, man.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Out of the base classes, mate.
but
It's not that bad.
it still gives you quite some combos to keep up at 50 once you really get it. Like once you put your hands on it. Apart from Archer, which is like, I mean, in my opinion, it's very bland early on. It
Mm.
feels very bland.
It's only because you got the RNG thing about it. That's why.
I just don't have that many
It's
things
still.
to keep up, like to take note of, mental note. So let me ask you this: how far have you reached into the expansions, both of you?
Oh, well, I haven't finished the base game.
Lovely, lovely.
I'm up to date.
You finished the main quest, right? Full.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for Endwalker,
We're waiting for the Endwalker. We're getting new
the new
skills.
expansion.
Yes, we're gonna talk about that in several topics later because I have a list here.
Are
That
we
we
actually getting new skills? I don't think we're getting new
we
skills.
do. I think we do get a new skill. We get a level 90 skill. I think. I think it's one new skill per class. So from what I've heard, I didn't look quite that much into it. I just like what I heard from one YouTuber
really?
to like some posts. Yeah, it's gonna be
um,
awesome. Yes.
they're expanding it to the level 90 now.
Yes.
Oh,
And we're getting two new classes as well. So how are you finding the game so far, based on how much content you went through?
well, I like it. I mean, the community I like. Um, and but to be honest, if it wasn't for my script,
Mm.
I wouldn't play it as much.
Oh, so you want an action, a type of action like
Yeah,
camera
it
movement,
I really miss the action combat.
camera.
So
Mm. Yeah, that thing is very good.
having that, yeah,
So give it a bit of
but
context,
I'm
right?
still not sure if I like it because I made it like made the script for myself to be like action like.
Mm,
or because I like the game?
that's a very good question.
But
But
it does help you enjoy it a bit more, though, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
how about you describe the script like in a couple of words for the people that will listen to this,
Uh,
like on short.
oh, it basically when you press Alt, it toggles a cursor, a crosshair on your screen, and it holds your right mouse button,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can bind skills to the dot, comma, and a single quotation mark that I usually use for left mouse button. No, the dot and the comma are left and right mouse button, and the single quote is for sprint.
It sounds
And
very.
when you left click, it selects what's below your cursor. Yeah.
So, in a few words.
Oh,
Oh,
man. Have you seen the big script that he wrote? Like you have to scroll quite a lot. These were few
it's
words. These were few words. But yeah, it sounds very
Mm.
good. Maybe we should publish it on Reddit, see what the community thinks about it. Maybe you get some more feedback or some more
uh,
additions to it.
yeah. I don't know. The game company works around those things though.
Hmm. We'll have to see it then.
It's an interesting
B-
because I feel like it's not modifying the game itself.
It's
So
not. It's just helping you, right? Like
yeah, well, and it's not really giving me advantage over other players. So
actually, you're getting disadvantage in a way when if you were to
uh,
play healer.
well, for healer, definitely, yeah. But you can set up your keybinds to counter that though.
Mm, yeah,
For example, I was thinking about making my scroll wheel to select to toggle between ally targets, so I can
I see.
select them easily.
Yeah, we'll just have to make a Reddit post and see how the community receives that.
I mean, you could
Yeah.
always just give was it Square Enix a message and like see
Mm,
what they say about it as
or that,
well.
or that.
Like, they're a good
Yeah.
company. They'll like they might even praise you for like, yo, well done, but unfortunately we don't actually allow this, kind of thing.
But it is very interesting, nonetheless.
And then 5 years time, they're like, yo, we made the action combat.
Yeah, we made the script.
Uh,
How are
They're like,
you? Sorry, you should.
huh? No, I was gonna say anything.
Oh,
Go on.
I was gonna ask you as well. How are you finding the game so far, based on how much of the
Like,
game
to
you
be
played?
honest, mate, there's a hell of a lot to do. And as a new player like Shiro, it is quite overwhelming.
True.
Like overwhelming in the fact that no, as in, like, it's overwhelming because there's a lot of things to do.
This game
But
has
it's
been out for.
overwhelming because of the UI as well, right? I had to
Oh,
like take a minute to understand how the UI worked. Like
uh,
for instance, like you got the armory chest, and then you got your inventory, and then you got chocobo saddle,
yeah,
and like
true.
how to like kind of like basically what I mean is overwhelmed by how to manage your items and
mm,
equipment because that was at the start that was quite overwhelming in my opinion.
mm.
Like the questing and stuff, like yeah, you can skip side quests if you want, or you can just complete them all if you're a completionist
Or
along
just
with the main story, right?
or just forget that you don't have access to some dungeons because you didn't take the blue quest like I did.
Yeah, yeah. Or for
Uh,
example, that, yeah. But like, it keeps the player busy, which is nice. But
my
it's
my
also, yeah.
What?
Go on, Shiro.
my biggest issue with the game as is that the dialogues are not voiced over. Ah,
Which ones sorry aren't voiced over?
I mean, some cutscenes are voiced over, but not all of them. And then
Oh,
also the dialogue within the quests is not voiced over. And and some NPCs speak weirdly, so I have really hard time to following.
Yeah, that's understandable.
That would be lovely.
But like coming from like a Final Fantasy game back, like the other games I've played, a lot of them aren't voice acted either, and it's more
Yeah, true.
to engage with the player. You know, if you're a story kind of player and you like reading about the lore and the story and what your character's going through,
Yeah,
like,
you.
it helps you engage into the
Yeah,
game a bit more,
yeah.
right?
You'll
But I do
go extra.
understand, like, there's a hell of a lot of dialogue to go through and stuff, and I personally skipped quite. No, I won't say skipped quite a few, but I skipped like the big paragraphs. I was like, bro, I ain't got time for this.
I
I want
can't
to
be
know what's going.
bothered.
I want to know what's going to happen next, kind of thing.
Yeah, it
But
feels
then,
like you're
as I
reading a
got
book.
towards like Stormblood to Shadowbringer, I actually read pretty much every dialogue because I was just so invested into the story. I was like, damn, this is. I want to know what's actually happening. Like, there's some things like before in the first two expansions, I was like, yeah, what's happening? Like, I wasn't sure what was going on because
I,
I didn't read the previous bits that weren't voice acted.
me personally, I
Like,
have no
yeah,
idea.
yeah.
No
Before,
idea.
like in Realm Reborn, I pretty much skipped every dialogue that wasn't voice acted and just watched the voice acted parts.
Mm.
But then later on, I just, like I said, I got too invested into it
Back then,
and read everything.
I had to skip. I had to skip like most of the. I mean, all Realm Reborn because I was like, remember I was trying to catch up with you people because you guys started playing before, so you were ahead of me. So I was like
Well,
rushing.
yeah, I mean, you didn't have to though, did
But
you?
but I didn't even feel like very attracted by the story. It's like the ground, you know. It's like they were putting down the ground for the story, like settling,
Hmm.
and I wasn't very attracted to it. And the classes felt very slow because I'm a player that plays mostly action combat. Like I'm coming from games like Blade and Soul, like Black Desert Online. Like I want my fast-paced action combos, and I didn't get that. Remember, I was very sad about it. So I wanted to go higher level because you kept telling me that it's getting way better at higher
Yeah,
levels. Yeah. So
it is true though.
yeah, that's Realm Reborn for me.
You don't realize you don't even notice that 2 second cooldown, whatever,
Mm.
later on.
Yeah, because you have to
'Cause,
keep up with other combos and other class
combos,
bars and
mechanics,
yeah,
yeah, just everything's happening. It's
all
actually
together.
quite fast paced later on.
Yes.
Yeah,
We have to take care of Shiro when he gets up there.
mate, we're taking care of Shiro now.
Oh, we are. Of course we are.
But most of the time you're AFK though, aren't you?
He's taking
Chilling in
lessons from
Liminza.
he's
Um,
taking lessons from Xilbreak.
yeah, he's my master, even though he doesn't know.
Oh, but he will know.
Some
So
sometimes he's not there, and I'm a bit where master, where you go?
You're a
honestly,
bit lost.
Yes,
I'm actually
but he
very
comes back, and
curious.
I'm oof.
When he's not around, I'm actually questioning: is he okay?
Maybe his sub ended or something.
Impossible. Maybe he forgot to cancel his subscription like I did.
Um, yeah, but he logs off. I also saw him a couple of times where he was about to get AFK, was not he was moving, and then he stopped. And then I
Oh,
went
you actually
to
saw him
do my
move.
leveling. Yeah, I saw him move, and and now I went to do my leveling roulette, and he was standing at the same position that I left him.
Mm. How let's move on down the list. How do you find the community?
I find it
You
brilliant
go first.
actually. Like I haven't. I feel the first time I started playing, I felt so immersed because like you go to the big cities, you have that like background noise of like the
Yeah.
people like kind of chattering and muttering, but you actually have like loads of players, even if they're just AFK. You got like the bands playing, people just interacting with each other, like even random encounters where you just give a character like another player a wave and they'll just wave back. Like it's pretty chill. It's like
It
you're
feels alive.
actually in the yeah. It feels alive, yeah, and like if you're actually out in the world doing your thing, it's like it feels quite real, but
Mm.
not obviously. But it's pretty cool, man. I do like it.
It feels welcoming, right?
Yeah, yeah, very, very much.
Like me personally, if I feel bored, I could hang out in Limsa and find someone to talk to or to roleplay
Or do something with, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the role playing. Oh my god, man.
Oh yeah, no.
We've had moments anyway where we just random role playing.
The Lala Phil's band in Limsa. What else? I found in New Gridania, I found a group of cat girls posing in a very organized manner. Yeah, that was. I actually posted screenshots on the Discord chat. It was very good, very good. Me personally, what?
Yeah, go.
Okay, okay.
Never
Me
mind.
personally, I'm very, very, very pleasantly surprised by how nice the community is, how not toxic it is, and very welcoming and very, very polite. It's something that you don't really see
Yeah,
that.
I mean, majority of players are. You have a few players where they're just like a bit
You
toxic.
do have you do have
You can always
the,
have those kind of people everywhere, no
but
matter where you go.
the majority of people I saw are very, very well behaved and very polite.
Yeah.
If you are as well with them, which is very, very awesome and very refreshing to see. Apart from other communities, we're not gonna name them like League of Legends.
But that's a totally different game, though.
Yeah,
I don't know. I like the community because it really is really chill. But I actually met someone who was like, because we were doing some really low level dungeon. And he was trying to rush all the time, but the tank was new, and he was like, "Go, come here, blah blah," and the other dips was like, "No, let him go on his own pace, you know."
sounds kind of familiar.
But this guy was always trying to rush things, and it was really ironic because in the end of the dungeon, he ult tapped and the tank died, and then that slowed us a bit more. And I was like, yeah, you in hurry, but then again,
The irony,
Oof.
the
yeah.
karma.
I mean, yeah, that
And
stuff happens though as well. Yeah.
but also like I've left my character AFK one night, and I woke up to some other people chatting around me, role playing,
At the
which was
table.
cool. Yeah, at the
Oh
table.
yeah, that episode was funny. You actually got proposed, right?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the guys was like, you should marry me. I know when you're the one. I'm in from this. My tribe knows when we meet them." And I was like,
No way.
no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. I'm not.
And
Sorry.
I think he actually called you racist afterwards.
Yeah.
What? Just because you didn't want to?
Yeah. No, no. He said, if you don't say yes, you will be racist because my tribe knows the one when we know it, and we believe in that. So,
Wait, is
um,
he an aura? Because like
uh,
of the Stormblood story. I don't want to
He had
think
spoil it.
so.
horns. He had horns. Yes.
Yeah.
Cat
Most likely
horns.
it was an aura. That happened, and I happily leave my character AFK in town, and I receive kisses and pats and slaps. Shakuu.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In my chat, it doesn't say Shakuu slaps you, and then you just run away. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How did that happen? I don't know.
It's more like a greeting, really.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure if you're AFK or not.
This is cyberbullying. I would like
and
to make it.
and it's more like a pat on the back. Of like, yo, what's up?
That animation though. That animation though, it doesn't seem very friendly.
But a lot of these emails are hilarious.
I
Though.
actually don't think I've slapped anyone. Raku, where are you?
Hey. Hey.
Hey.
What's up with this aggression? New expansion. Thoughts? Have you looked at the trailer? Are you familiar with the subject? Endwalker.
No.
Oof.
Well,
I just learned that we get level 90.
I'm glad I told you that. I mean, it is fair because you are like in the base game. It's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like no, yeah, I've seen the trailer actually. multiple times. I'm just like, it just looks sick.
And the
They know
music.
how to they know how to do the animation, the
I know,
music.
right?
The music. That's what draws me into actually Final Fantasy. It's the music, man.
I like the way they present their content, like the camera, like the pans, the scenery that's being shown in the trailers, the music that goes very well. Like they know how to advertise their
Oh,
story, their
they know
content.
their stuff, man.
Yes,
They know their stuff.
and we're
I mean,
fellow
they've been doing this
weebs.
for so long.
Yeah, and I think it's because we're fellow weebs and we like a good anime story, so to say, like a good plot. You know,
Not necessarily has to be weeb though.
no,
It
but
doesn't
everyone
have to
Yeah,
enjoys a
be.
good story.
good story is a good story. So
Yeah, man. Doesn't matter if it's anime or not.
so what will have in this new expansion?
Basically, it's gonna be the finale of this storyline. Like
Oh,
it's gonna end. Like the story is gonna end. This whole arc that started, it's gonna end. I'm gonna see how everything gets dealt with. We will get level 90 as stated before. We
mhm.
get 2 new classes. We're
Oh,
getting a class named Sage, which will be a healer, and which we'll get to discuss it. And a Reaper.
wait, yeah,
It's gonna be a DPS class, and I
with
believe
a
it will be on
sight, I guess.
with of course with a site, and you will have a phantasmal uh, Grim Reaper like appearing when you do your skills. It's
Mm,
very nice. It's gonna share the same gear with Dragoon, I believe. What else do we
Yeah,
get?
I'm not sure about that. Yeah, all I know is just melee DPS and a healer.
Mm, Astrologian is getting a rebuff. Is getting a rework actually because it needs to get rid of the shield stance, so to say, because it will become a 100% region healer.
Well, I mean,
I
that's
th-
what you've heard. I mean, most likely, because we already have Scholar and then we have a Sage
yes,
who are going to be the barrier healers,
yes. And then
and
you
then we've
have
got White
also,
Mage
so it will
and
be like
Astrologian.
white mage and the sage are like regen, and
Oh no,
then
the Astrologian and the White Mage.
astrologian. Like,
and the
Yeah.
other
oh,
two
and the
is
sage and the scholar
barrier.
shield. Yeah.
Yes. Basically, yeah, that's what it said that it's gonna happen. I don't know how they'll change it. How
I mean,
Astrologian will look.
it's not that much of a difference. Like, if you play Regen or Astrologian, there'll probably be a few things you need to change, but it's not like I wouldn't think it'd be a drastic change.
You do have the like the neutral sect you have to think about. Will it disappear altogether so it loses its
Wait, which one's neutral set?
neutral sect is the one that if you're like on one sect and you pop that buff, you get the other effect from the other sect as well. So you basically have regen and shield at the same time.
Oh, all right, but yeah, but they just remove the shield part off the skill,
But then you have
isn't
to
it?
think what will they do with the neutral sect then? Will you have a buff
Well, just
in the
be regen,
healing? Hmm.
because you said it gives regen and shield. So if they just take away the shield
No,
part, no?
no. Actually, you work as if you have like the two sects active at the same time. That's what it does. Like if you have the diurnal sect, which gives the regen on active, you'll have the effects of the shield at the same time on your heals. Like the the skill that gives you the regen, right? It will give the regen and the shield at the same time while the neutral sect buff is up. So I'm wondering what will they do with that? Will it
Was it?
will they
I mean,
get
they
rid
might
of
just
the
get
skill?
rid of it. Might just get rid of it then.
Mm, they'll have
But
to replace it with
like I said,
something.
it's not going to be much of a difference. Basically,
Mm,
what I'm trying to say, it's not going to be a drastic change, is it?
I feel like
Your gameplay is not going to change as much as you think it is.
it won't hinder the gameplay, no. But they should do something about that
It's like
neutral
when they
sect.
revamped Monk. Like, I think we actually lost a few skills or a couple of skills,
They did say it
but
feels way better, right?
now it's so much better. Like,
Mm.
yeah, there's actually like either removed one or two skills, and then we've just got one skill that we don't even use at all anymore. So like, but it wasn't that much of a drastic change that you would think. Yeah, like the rotation is slightly different, but the main rotation is just the same. So it'll still be the same for like Astrologian. They're not going to change it completely, otherwise they might as well make a new class.
I guess. I can't really comment on the monk. I
But
wish
yeah,
I
I mean,
did.
I wouldn't know. I mean, I don't know enough of Astrologian to.
It
It
wouldn't
might
make
be
a major.
different.
I think like the only aspect I'm just worried about is that neutral sect. What would happen with that? Because Astrologian is kind of its own
I mean, it's not
kind.
reliant on it though, is it?
No, but it's a very good addition to it.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's not reliant. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it will get a higher
Or, or
potency.
or they'll just add something else to the existing skill that they can keep, maybe as well. That's what he did with Monk.
Yeah, who knows? Or maybe it's gonna be above that. Buffs up your healing potency, or your, I don't know, your region will go faster.
I
Who
mean,
knows?
yeah, we wouldn't know, mate.
We
Yeah.
we can't really debate on the balance. What about the Reaper? How does the Reaper look?
Sounds cool.
Sounds
I
cool.
like the weapon.
Yeah,
So
I'm
actually,
interested in what the weapon skins are going to be like.
oh, some
Oh,
Man, that means they have to like, yeah, weapon skins, man.
yeah.
wait. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What would be the sage's weapon?
I wouldn't know
Oh,
what it's called, to be fair.
I actually forgot.
Do you know
Uh,
what it looks
he,
like?
he should have like some floaty things
Oh,
around him.
They're like little
oh,
drones,
things.
Yeah, like
basically.
little drones.
Oh, so you have drones. Oh, nice.
Yeah, that would be interesting. You'd look like a Christmas tree if they glow. If all of them glow and they float around you, you look like a semi Christmas tree. Or imagine wearing the snowman outfit and having something like red, glowing around it for Christmas. That would be interesting to see. But yeah, the Reaper is gonna be something that the summoner community, like the summoner players community, would have wanted the summoner to be, like, not being dependent on your on the AI of the summon, like just have a phantasmal, like a ghost appear and then do the skill with you to symbolize the fact that you're summoning it.
Kind of like Dark Knight
Mm.
when you
Kind of like
summon
Darknet.
your clone.
Yeah, something like
Maybe,
that.
maybe along those lines.
Yeah, because the Reaper doesn't have a summon per se. It just has some animations of a ghostly
Yeah.
figure behind him. Yeah, and it has a burst mode or something that consumes the thing, and it just goes Super Saiyan mode,
Yes. Basically, yeah.
which is very neat. Seems very neat.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
I'm actually
Uh,
looking forward to it. It's gonna be a level 70, I believe.
oh,
Yeah, you'll start the class
nice.
directly at level 70. I don't know if we will have. I think we should have, right, the lower trials weapons for it.
I mean, I wouldn't know. That's what I was gonna say. Like, would they only do weapon skins from 70, or would they
Hmm.
do it from? Because that's a hell of a lot of weapon skins. Imagine for like each dungeon, they'll
Mm,
have to have a weapon skin for it, or maybe,
well,
or they
mm,
might just not.
you think it would be kind of tedious to add?
How it
Just
works for other classes,
Oh,
like that don't start at
I
like
think I don't.
I think
You know what? I think.
I
Oh no,
never
it might.
saw. I never saw.
I don't
Yeah,
remember, but
I
I have a
never saw
feeling
a
they might
weapon.
actually stop. They might start at the starting level.
The 70, because I never saw an
Because
item
like
for
samurai, for example, I
yeah,
think starts only at 50.
yeah. I have never seen a
oh
drop for a class that starts at higher level than one in lower
Yeah.
dungeons. So I'm
But yeah, could you
guessing
imagine though? They have to think of weapon skins for every. Yeah, actually,
no.
yeah,
That's
it makes sense for
yeah,
them
actually
to
makes
not do that
sense.
so that means we will have only level 70 trials that we could get a skin from,
That's
so to say.
nice.
and level 90. Oh, no.
Oh, mm. I have not looked into the new raids that I think we will have. So what's your favorite? Let's go with what's your favorite role so far in this game? What do you enjoy playing the most? It doesn't matter. Dungeons, raids, open world. What's your favorite role?
I really like the healer cover that is, but after trying tank, it's also fun. I think it's more like the class, not as much like the role, though.
Hmm.
I don't
That's
know if
true.
that's
Yeah.
accurate. Because every class has its own like mini mechanic for what I saw so far.
Mhm.
So like two DPS classes may play really differently.
True.
Definitely.
That's
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's more about the DPS. Not DPS. The class. Sorry. To be fair.
okay. Okay, then what's your favorite
But you
class?
pick DPS.
Well, the thing is, I don't. I like all class. Like, I like have a favorite class for probably for all roles. Like tank wise,
okay,
I
that's
like
Mhm.
more
I
like that.
prefer like paladin
Yeah,
just because aesthetically it just looks cool. You know, sword and shield.
it's the main
Why not?
protagonist, right?
And not really because of that. It's just sword and shield, right? It just looks cool.
Uh,
It's just another cosmetic piece. Whereas if you have a Dark Knight, you only have a big ass. You only have a big sword. You don't have a shield. You know, anything like that.
what about the warrior?
You have
So
big
He has big
axe.
just big
axe.
axe. Just have a big axe.
That's about it.
But
You're like with
it's
Paladin, you get two items, a sword and a shield. You know,
Oh,
yeah, but big
two for the price
axe.
of one.
that's fair. That's fair. You are a fashionista,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah.
And then DPS, I have Monk, which is my favorite, just because it's the most, I've, in my opinion, just the most active class, and it's quite a difficult class to try and maintain.
Would you say why?
Um,
Could you say why?
oh, just to like positionals and stuff, and but there are skills to help you with that, so it's not that hard, but
Well, you do have
it does
cooldowns, so
does require some skill, I guess, compared to other classes, I
mm.
believe.
What about healers? What's your favorite healer?
Healers. To be fair, I haven't actually tried Scholar yet, but I think Astrologian is probably my favorite so far. And I've got my White Mage to 80. But I think out of the two I've tried, Astrologian is probably my favorite one at the moment
Okay.
because it's just more to it.
Shiro. What's your favorite class?
Oh, the most I played, the one that I played the most is the warrior.
You like
Cause
big axe, yes?
yes, big
Okay.
axe. But also because it was the first that I leveled up from with only dungeons and uh,
hmm
fates and yeah,
Without the story.
without the story.
Ah,
And then the other one that I only played uh, besides that is the part that I wanted to make to 30, but I haven't then leveled it up to 50 yet even.
I wish
So
you good luck with that class, sir.
thank you. No, I
Uh,
actually with that thing, it feels pretty okay.
mm,
Yeah.
I just have bad nightmares of the low level archer, me personally. But now, when he hit like 70ish, I started playing him quite a lot.
But but
Cause you,
but
cause you,
but
what?
but this archer really good with running in towns. You press your something.
Speed buff,
It's the
Yeah,
Peloton.
green
speed buff,
buff
and then you put the other speed buff and you fly.
peloton, but they do not stack.
What do you mean they don't stack?
The run and the peloton do not stack.
Are you
I'm
really?
positive. Yes.
I feel like it does increase it a little bit
I think it's just the
compared.
animation. I don't know.
I don't know. I've always had like that feeling as well. It's like I
Um,
feel like even though I have Peloton on, the sprint, I don't know. It
Mm.
feels
I feel like it's slightly faster the sprint
yeah.
without and with that.
I know.
I,
I personally know it doesn't stack, but yeah. But you have the peloton on multiple range classes. Like you have it on machinist.
you have it on
Ah,
all range classes.
Hey.
oh, oh, that's my first range class. That's not caster. So,
Mm. Any classes you might be interested in playing, Shiro? Because you're the one that doesn't have that many. But which one are you interested in playing next?
uh, pugilist is the one that I made like,
Hey, yeah.
Nice.
eh, uh, so that's my next one. Hmm, other than that, uh, maybe the Dragonic?
Dragoon.
Oh, the Dragoon.
Yeah, Dragoon.
Nice. You want to jump off the map, yes?
That's pretty cool.
No,
That
it's
one.
it's simply because of the spear.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And well, I've heard that they jump a lot, but I don't really know how that feels. So we'll see. I
Any
don't know.
mage classes actually?
Oh, I already have the summoner.
Ah, true.
Red mage looks interesting,
Yes.
but it's again because of the weapon. Fuck.
I like the rapier and the
Yeah,
floaty diamond or whatever that
yeah.
stone.
The orb thing.
The
Yeah.
orb. The
Also, I don't. That what was it?
Mm.
Blue mage.
Ugh.
The Shakuu plate.
Ugh.
That
Oh yeah,
that
yeah.
seems really
That's
broken.
yeah. That is a side class. Yeah.
Blue mage is
Mm.
something else. Blue mage is like the jester you see in carnivals or like that does the tricks, you know? He's a trickster, let's say. But unfortunately,
Yeah.
it's not very strong. It loses a lot
Huh?
in front of the other classes.
You mean
Like,
it's not very strong?
mm, I don't think it's very strong.
What do you mean?
Yeah. What do you mean?
It's versatile, but it's not. I think it loses. Like if you were to compare like DPS wise, it loses. If you were to put
Mm.
numbers next to each other.
I mean, I wouldn't know, but if you're doing fates, blue mage wins, man.
Yeah, of course, because
So that defeats your.
I mean, well, in that scenario, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not affected by the scale down. It doesn't affect
The
you
only
in any
problem, no,
way.
only problem is with blue mage. Every skill you have so far is always a cast timer, pretty much. I think. I don't think there's any. There's not that many instant
you should
cast
have
spells.
you should have some, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but they're not
Usable.
high potency skills
Yeah, no.
compared to some DPS instant. You know.
Yeah, like the drill for machinists, for example, right?
Yeah, for example, like
Or like some.
like there are some skills. It's just flexible. I guess he's kind of strong, kind of isn't. I guess you're right. I don't know, man.
I
To be
just see
fair.
him as a trickster. You
It's
just play
just
him for funsies and fateful.
kind of hard. Well, it's not really. I mean, it depends if you're comparing both classes at max level.
Like no,
'Cause
I'm
blue
just.
mage blue mage is only 70, isn't it?
Yeah, and I'm just would compare it with a level 70 class, if they were to be like at the same level. I think.
I mean, I don't know. Have you tested it out yourself?
I can't really test it with my blue mage. Sorry, I can't really test it with my blue mage because he's like level 60, I believe, and I don't
So,
have that many
what makes you
skills.
think the other DPS is higher then?
I just feel like it doesn't have that much of a kit as a level 70 DPS class, for example, with all the skills and all the combos that can build up. I think a DPS class
Okay.
could like reach 50k, I think, peeps. Level 70, I think.
I mean, then again, like, was there most blue mage skills I've had so far? Max potency is like 220 or something, I guess.
Oh no, I haven't leveled
Whereas,
up. Didn't collect.
whereas like I'm on my monk right now. I have some skills that like, well, I have a skill at 540, 220, 250.
Mm.
I don't know. You're probably right, to be fair, because of those other skills that other classes have that the
And the
blue
build up.
mage doesn't.
Yeah.
It's not even about the build up. It's just the difference in the actual skills.
Mm. My personal favorite, my favorite class, I could say, like my go-to class, is Red Mage. And I just have one simple word to describe it. It's versatile. Or maybe two. And easy. Because you have, like, think about it. You have this hybrid class. It has range mage attacks that you use to build up your counter, your bar. Then you go into a burst mode, which is melee. And you have the buff, you can buff your party members. You have heal and you have res. And you could insta res a bunch of people. You just need the mana.
Oh, does it work off mana? Oh, right, yeah, of course it does. Yeah. What am I talking about? Wait, which mana are you talking about?
The normal mana, the normal pink mana, or what color is it?
Right, right. Because I thought
Like,
you meant like the white and black mana.
no.
Or
It
whatever it's
works off
called.
of the normal mana, but you can use the skill and you get the insta cast. You don't
Yeah.
you're not dependent on the swift cast, which is like what 1 minute cooldown. You can instantly
No, I think it's like 2. Might be 2.
2 minutes. I don't know. But
I
yeah,
don't
so
know.
you can like heal yourself, insta res someone, heal yourself, insta res someone, and you can keep going. It's like res mage. You could actually call him res mage, but it's very good. It's very versatile.
No,
Res
yeah, I
Mage.
do. Yeah, Red Mage is pretty good for that kind of stuff.
And in terms of tanking, I go 100% Gunbreaker. Recently, I haven't used him that much, like in the past weeks, but because I got bored of him. But he's very good, and he's a very active tank. It requires a lot of uptime on your
I thought
skills.
you would have said Dark Knight, to be fair.
Dark Knight is cool and such, but it kind of gets boring easy.
So your go-to tanks are boring.
No. The Dark Knight, I find him somewhat boring because you have that downtime, pretty big downtime with the Shadow. But my go-to tank, which is the Gunbreaker, is very nice because you have to like constantly keep up with your rotation, like every 30
I
seconds.
know, but then you said, but then it gets a bit boring.
No, I got bored of it because I played him too much back then.
What?
And my favorite healer would be to be fair, I played Astrologian and what's his face? Scholar. I would say Astrologian because you have to keep up with the cards, keep your party alive. It feels way more comfortable to play Astrologian. And I like the fact that you can give damage buff to your party members. I think we should stop here because we have our own
Alright.
schedules to take care of. Thank you very much for joining
Yeah,
in.
sure.
The boys.
No worries, man.
Thank you for having us.
Boys.
Maybe.
That's so cringy, man. The boys.
I mean, come on. You know what? I just didn't have inspiration for a different name. Okay, we're gonna run with this one.